Welcome to my broadcast and also good evening. My name is Key Pure and I'm addressing the Billion Coin community, uh, broadcasting live from Auckland, New Zealand. And what are we going to do? What I'm going to do tonight is carry on with more cookies because I've done two nights regarding cookie rewards. This one will be the last one, and it's what happens when you accomplish 100 cookies through cookie rewards. Okay, so just go and share the screen. I hope I have a good night tonight. Last night was, I
Hmm.
don't really know what happened. It just wasn't going right. Had to create a new link and hopefully it goes okay tonight. So I'll just share the screen and share. See? And here we go. Okay, here, this one here, I don't know if many people are aware of this. Exceptions to the policy limitation of 100 TBCs only coming from cookie rewards. Now, don't take any notice about their redemption period because it was last year's. Okay, so if we read just a wee bit down here in this article, I will cover why some exceptions will be made to the policy of a maximum amount of TBC coins that can be given to an individual through cookie rewards is 100 lifetime total TBC coins. So that's what you can earn through cookie rewards is up to 100. It's up to 100. Okay. Before I get into those exceptions, I need to make a few things very clear. TBC is not a currency, the mission. It is a mission with a currency. When you study the public notices, this becomes more clear. Okay, and there's a link here you can go in. Also, you should know a legal structure has been put in place where all 1 billion TBC coins are in a master trust and a sub-trust is created for every TBC wallet. And the coins they hold beneath the master trust, you don't own TBC. So therefore, you don't own the coins that are in the wallet. Before you get a send button in your TBC wallet, you must pass send button test, right? Let's look at question 2. Where's question 2? Okay, maybe that's in here. Okay, because we are a private community, we are entitled to self-regulation with our centralized coin network, and discounters of our coin will have the send buttons turned off by admin. Other abusive behavior within our community could also result in the same thing. If a member's send button is turned off, they will be given a period of time to reform and then they can get the send button turned back on. We have seen that decentralized coins tend to lose their value because of a small number of people discounting them will drive the price down sharply and ultimately create loss for all users of those coins. A coin such as ours, which is based on the principle of abundance, requires a responsible admin to regulate its use centrally. The best way to view our coin is as community property, and each member is a steward over their portion. This is implied within the membership agreement. Are you allowed to transact with our coin at any price of your choosing? And the answer is no. Our coin is part of a private community, and you have to conduct all transactions at the published current price only. Yes, you purchase the coin and it's your property to use as you wish at whatever price you want. The correct answer is no. Our coin is part of a private community, and you have to conduct all transactions at the published current price only. Pay close attention to these sentences. The best way to view our coin is as community property, and each member is a steward over their portion. This is implied within the membership agreement. Once you understand how the subtrust protects you and the whole TBC community, you will get very excited. Let me give you an example of the principle here. The principle is to own nothing and control much. To a poor person, this may not make sense, but rich people already understand this principle. So, in this example, there are two dogs. A poor man owns a dog and licensed the dog under his own name. And the dog bites a wealthy man. The wealthy man sues the poor man in court and wins and garnishes his wages to pay off the judgment, and the poor man becomes poorer. The second dog belongs to a trust a rich man set up for that dog, and the only thing in that trust is the dog. That dog bites a poor woman, and she thinks she will suddenly become rich by suing the rich man. But the case is dismissed because the rich man does not own the dog, and there is no money in the trust. The point of this example is to welcome the legal structure of TBC and don't obsess over not owning TBC. The problem with the current financial structure is corruption has completely taken over, allowing the hoarding of wealth away from the mass majority. It is pure evil that 1% own 99% of the wealth in the world, leaving about 50% of the world population in abject poverty. What a waste of human potential. Strip away the means of a man, and that man is likely to lead a meaningless life. Hope you can see how evil it is. This is the reason TBC has been forging a new path away. We are going our own way centered on truths and not lies. Okay. 100 TBC coins is worth a great deal today and will become massive once we reach our objective of 1 billion members. We have 3.3 million, or probably a wee bit more than that now, members at the moment of writing this article. So that means each TBC coin is worth that 3.3 grains. And when we use the third-party calculator, it shows that 8.496, 665 and 90 cents. Times that by 100 TBC coins, and that equals, oh yeah, 849 666 590.00. Then when we reach our objective of 1 billion members, those same 100 TBC coins will be worth 100 billion grain, 100 billion grain, which is so big that the calculator can't process it, but it is roughly $250 billion. A lot of bucks. At some point, you can draw the conclusion of having too much abundance, especially when you understand the responsibilities that come with having a stewardship. Yes, the TBC billionaires will be the ones erecting future skyscrapers and establishing institutions of their own, and will be able to provide liquidity to the TBC millionaires. They align within this grand mission to raise up humanity. But in order for an economy to work, there needs to be some friction between socio-economic classes, and not everyone can be a billionaire. Another thing to consider is that there are exactly 1 billion TBC coins. If it was too easy to get 100 TBC coins, then once 10 million members collected them, the admin would run out to zero prematurely, and that would be the end of the cookie rewards. And without further incentive to offer, we most likely would not be able to get to 1 billion members. Frankly, if you manage to hit this limitation, you shouldn't be concerned about getting even more TBC coins. You should be even more excited and work even harder to help the community get to 1 billion members, knowing that the incentive is to mature your coins to $250 billion. That's a massive stewardship, and the TBC community will expect much from you. TBC was never meant to be a mission of personal gain only. We do want to raise all members up. In the end, worst case scenario, you will become a TBC millionaire. Simple transaction of 40 grains worth of Kringle will result in TBC millionaire status, and it doesn't get easier than that to become a millionaire. What I find interesting is the notion that today you could do such a transaction and then immediately go through the redemption process, and out of sheer ignorance, some people think they should be able to cash it all in. Where do these people think that money is coming from? We are in the distribution phase, people. Movement in the millions such as that would only be available once a mature, full-blown TBC Kringle economy has been established. Think of the distribution phase like a condominium, skyscraper being built and condos are being sold long before they are built. People literally are buying air at first. Maybe the foundation has been built and the people are buying condos on the 10th floor already. The 10th floor won't exist for at least a year, and people feel like they are getting a bargain with their purchase, and they are not wrong. So, I think I have cleared up a lot. Therefore, before getting into the exceptions of 100 TBC cookie rewards limit, all exceptions relate to building up memberships in TBC. Let's look how a member could even get to his 100 TBC limit in the first place. Broadcasters certainly have the advantage here. Broadcasters get 1 million cookies for every send button meeting they view. They would have to view 10,000 meetings to hit the limit of 100 TBC coins. And that's not likely to ever happen. They also get 1 million cookies for every broadcast that they do, and again, it would take 10,000 broadcasts to hit the limit. So meetings and broadcasts are not going to ever reach that limit alone. Broadcasters do get 100 million cookies for each exchange of 40 grain, and it would cost about $10,000 of worth of Kringles to hit the limit. I can see that happening in a few cases. Excuse me. But in principle, we don't want to exceed the 100 TBC limit based solely on large purchases. That was the main reason I wrote the previous article saying cookie rewards is not available for institutions. A basic millionaire member that doesn't broadcast gets 100,000 cookies for the same transaction. It would cost them $10 million worth of TBC to hit the limit. So far, these are not the ways members would even hit the limit. Builders that sponsor 100 new members get 1 billion cookies for each set of 100. So a big builder that signs up 1,000 new members could hit this limit. Unfortunately, scammers have swarmed around the TBC community, taking advantage wherever they can. In the last two redemption periods, all referrals counted towards cookie rewards, and email verification was all that was required. Have you noticed most of the recruiting services around TBC dried up and went away once membership was based on paid status and not just email verified? Admin has seen a lot of obvious fraud coming from these recruiting services, and the change to paid status corrected that situation. So, if you have earned enough cookie rewards that exceeds 100 TBC limit based on sign-up, and send in a support ticket asking for an exception, they better be all real referrals. Well, now, if you signed up over 1,000 paid referrals and asked for an exception, I can accept that and issue the addition TBC coins as earned, deserving the reward. But if you try to scam admin by claiming all of your email verified non-paid sign-ups are real, then you will need to prove it. Get them to become paid and have them complete their profiles. A true builder doesn't sign up people and immediately abandon them. Being a sponsor comes with some responsibility to encourage their recruits to fully plug into the TBC community. We are turning people into millionaires and billionaires. For goodness sake, why wouldn't they want to fully plug in? I'm just going to say it. If you think you deserve to get more than 100 TBC coins for a half as a job on your part, you are crazy. On the other hand, if you have already carefully read the blog, I have shown you many ways to be a big builder, and you can get thousands of new members in paid status and plugged into the TBC community. And for those kind of builders, I really don't have a limit for you. Send in a support ticket and make your case. If you have clean paid referral and they have completed their profiles, then you fit into the exception and admin will reward you beyond the limitation. Many of you run large meetings and have set up a good system to sign up thousands of people, or perhaps you have partnered with a number of merchants and they passed out your business card. I could go along with that as long as you followed up with each that signed up. Some sales funnels could also produce thousands of paid referrals. So, like I said, all exceptions relate to building up memberships in TBC. We will look at each situation on a case-by-case basis. This article will be required reading if you present a case though the help desk, and we will investigate. Honesty is the best policy. All right. Okay. Um, I'm going to go back and sign back into the back office. Okay. Just one minute. Hmm. Rightio. On the night before last night, I skipped this 24-hour, 48-hour for a reason. Now, get 2 paid referrals to earn 10 million cookies. So this guy at the top here, he's just referred these 2 just below him. So, and that was done within a 24-hour period. So, $10 million is earned there. But he doesn't want to stop there. He realizes he has the whole 48 hours to go down to help these two that are under him, help them get two each paid. And that puts 4 down below at the bottom list. Now, if that is all done within the 48 hour, 100 million cookies, which is a whole TBC, goes to this person at the top. Now, there's also a person missing at the top of him, which is the sponsor. And there's a sponsor in there. And these two get 10 million each. Your old sponsor gets 10 million each. You get 110 million, plus everybody else gets cookie rewards of 25,000 cookies each, regardless of what you've already got on top of that. But unfortunately, the 4 down the bottom here, have only got 25,000 cookies. So it's repeated again. Those two above those 4 go down and do exactly the same thing within a 24-hour period or a 48-hour period, whichever you want to choose. And that is how that is done. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. We'll go back live and keep my fingers crossed that it's going to change over properly. Oh, what's that? Welcome again. How's everybody getting on with TBC? There's a lot to take in, especially for the new people. Right now, a lot of the oldies will be excited because they know exactly what is happening. And for the new ones, it's a new road to them. They haven't gathered everything in to understand how this works, and they don't understand how it works. It takes you a wee bit of a time to catch on how this works. But read the blog, all these new ones, try and get as much information as you can. The blog started from 2016, so it goes all the way through to the present day. So the blog is there to read. But if you want to get really interesting, go down through the whole dashboard, right to the very end. And if you're not satisfied there, then go into the mission statement that tells you there too. Okay. It saves you diving and listening to videos, and there's a lot of videos out there now, something over 20,000, I believe, might be even more than that to listen to. And then, but that's my suggestion, go down that dashboard. The moment you open up your KCBO, that's the page you stay on, and you just scroll all the way through, read it whatever you can, and you'll get most of the information you're looking for. Then you'll have a bit of understanding how TBC works. The more your sponsor has filled you in, the better it is to understand what you're reading. Anyway, I got up way late last night, and like I say, there's always somebody following me behind. Okay, I'd like to thank Violet, Sister Violet, Brother Bill, and my wife Bex, the moderator, and there's a couple in there that are watching. You're most welcome. I'm going to hurry up and get up as quick as I can. I hope you have a great weekend. Our weekend starts as tomorrow in New Zealand, and obviously that some countries are still coming into the weekend. So yeah, Have a great weekend. Hope you got better weather than we have, and go in peace.